Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück bei Gabriel Knight. Wir haben letztes Mal herausgefunden, dass Malia Gedde besessen ist vom Geist von Tetelo aus der Vorgeschichte. Und wir müssen jetzt die Überreste dieser finden. Und deswegen würde ich vorschlagen, versuchen wir mal in die Gruft von den Geddys zu kommen. Tschüss, Grace.
I'm going out for a bit.
Be careful.
Lucy, home.
The excitement of seeing you is killing me.
Habe ich eigentlich schon in der Zeitung gelesen?
There is not.
Ich bin mir nicht mal sicher.
Times-Picayune, dated June 24th, 1993. There's nothing about the Voodoo Murders case in the papers today. Gabriel finds a humorous tidbit under the Life is Stranger Than Fiction column. Apparently, there were reports of ghosts in the Bayou Saint Jean last night. Various people called the newspaper with stories about hearing strange noises and seeing weird lights over the swamp. Some folks claim it's the ghost of Marie Laveau. The paper relates it to similar delusions that crop up every Halloween. Gabriel's horoscope today reads, "Wise is the warrior who knows when to fight and when to get the hell out of Dodge."
God help me, I'm actually starting to listen to this guy.
Ha, habe ich nämlich noch nicht. Sehr gut.
I'm going out for a bit.
Be careful.
Hallo, der Herr. Ich laufe hier nur durch.
The imposing tomb is elaborately labeled Gedde. The plate is up. Beneath the plate is a button. Gabriel hears the faint sound of breaking glass.
Damn, you'd think there'd be a light.
Gabriel got the flashlight free in the mail when he ordered a magazine subscription. It works though. At the moment. Gabriel.
Da ist die Lampe kaputt gegangen.
There's broken glass on the floor. Someone's broken the light in here. No wonder it's so dark. Crypt drawers line the back wall. Gabriel can't make out the name on that drawer's plaque. Gabriel can't take the drawer. The black on the drawer has a name etched on it, Jacqueline Gedde. The drawer's interiors contain mostly dust and bones. Gabriel can't see. The black on the drawer has a name etched on it, Ariane Gedde. The drawer's interior. Gabriel can't see in. The black on the drawer has a name etched on it, Cecilia Gedde. The black on the drawer has a name etched on it, Celeste Gedde. The black on the drawer has a name etched on it, Kisila Gedde. The black on the drawer has a name etched on it, Rosamond Gedde. The black on the drawer has a name etched on it, Helena Gedde. The black on the drawer has a name etched on it, Zelia Gedde.
So, und zu guter Letzt die Mitte.
That drawer is marked with a pattern like the VV.
Mosley! Shit, I dropped my flashlight. Huh? Ouch! My head! What the hell was that?
Hat er jetzt gerade was auf den Kopf bekommen von jemandem oder was?
The plaque on the drawer has an etching of the VV on it, but no name.
Mosley's body is gone.
There's a wallet in the drawer. It must have fallen from Mosley's jacket when the body was moved. It's a man's wallet. There's nothing written on the wallet. Gabriel opens the wallet and finds some ID belonging to Mosley and an American's repressed card. Mosley's American's repressed card. Credit. What a concept. The card has Mosley's name written on it. It expires next month. The other items in Mosley's wallet don't interest Gabriel. It's a lit button.
Oh Mann, oh Mann, oh Mann. Okay, die haben da, ich weiß nicht, ist Mosley tot oder ist er nur bewusstlos? Jedenfalls seinen Körper haben sie dazwischen gelagert irgendwie und dann haben sie gemerkt, dass Gabriel da rumschnüffelt und haben ihm über den Kopf gezogen irgendwas und dann haben sie den Mosley weggeschafft. Oh Mann, oh Mann, oh Mann, wo sind wir da nur reingeraten? Da würde ich sagen, wir haben jetzt eine Kreditkarte. Was ist es denn, was wir uns damit kaufen könnten? Wir könnten theoretisch einen Flug buchen nach Afrika oder nach Deutschland.
Where have you been? I was worried about you.
Oh, süß.
For good reason, apparently.
What happened? Do you need a doctor?
Nothing you want to know about, and no, just some aspirin.
Gabriel, this is nuts. You have to get out of New Orleans.
No kidding.
Well, listen. Wolfgang called while you were out. He said, and I quote, "Tell Gabriel that I found what I was looking for. It's time for me to do my duty. Schloss Ritter is his now. Now, call me crazy, but I don't think that's good news."
Not for Uncle Wolfie, no.
What are you gonna do?
If I figure it out, I'll let you know.
Das Schloss gehört jetzt uns. Ist er auf eine Selbstmordmission unterwegs, oder wie?
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Okay. Dann gucken wir mal.
Somewhere there's a New Orleans phone book missing one of its C pages.
Reisebüro 5851130. Vielen Dank.
I'm doing the best I can.
Hello. See the World Travel Agency. How may I help you?
What about that trip to Rittersburg, Germany?
Oh, yes. There's a flight from New Orleans to Munich for $1,400. Did you want me to book that, sir?
Charge it to my Americans Repressed.
Yes, sir. And your name was?
Mosley.
Feeling a little guilty, Gabriel gives the travel agent Mosley's card number and is informed that he can pick up his ticket at the New Orleans International Airport.
Guess what? I'm going to Germany.
Really? That's great, but how on earth could you afford?
A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
Oh my God. I wouldn't like the sound of that even if you were a man.
I miss you too, Grace.
Auf,
Bye, Gracie.
auf und
Good
davon.
luck. Let me know what's going on, will you?
Of course.
Gabriel picks up his tickets at the airport and boards a plane for Munich.
Wolfgang?
Hello. My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Herr Knight. Oh, kommen Sie bitte herein. I mean, come in, please, Herr Knight. I was not expecting you. Has Wolfgang sent you here?
Uncle Wolfgang? No, I came to see him. Isn't he here?
No, he is gone. I'm sorry. You came all this way.
Oh, great. That's all I need.
Herr Knight, Wolfgang told me all about you and gave me instructions for you to feel welcome here. Please, this is your home. You are a Ritter, no? I am just doing some work. I will continue and you may make yourself comfortable. If there is anything you need, please ask me. You may use Wolfgang's bedroom. It is at the top of the stairs.
Thank you, Miss,
You may call me Gerda, Herr Knight.
The great hall of Schloss Ritter towers around Gabriel. He can imagine the heating bills. The main entry doors are massive. They look strong enough to withstand anything. The great hall. High up in the wall is a small window. The great
The Great Hall.
A few tapestries hang on the wall. Gabriel isn't sure if they mean something, or if they're just good insulation. A few ancient weapons adorn the hall. There's a dragon's head on the wall. It looks like a real dragon's head, too.
this shadow hunter stuff is serious.
Ach was, natürlich ist das ernst.
A huge archway provides an exit from the great hall. An old velvet sofa is one of the few pieces of furniture in the great hall. Potatoes. They must grow well around here. Gerda is young and quite attractive. It's a shaker of salt. A few ancient weapons adorn the hall. A large handcraft dagger hangs on the wall. It looks quite old, but it's been polished to a high shine. It's a lion's head carved in stone. A few tapestries hang. Stone steps lead up to a second floor.
Gut, wir sind in Bayern. In einem unfassbar schönen Schloss. Und dann sprechen wir mal mit Gerde.
So, what do you do when you're not puttering around the castle?
Every day I go to Rittersberg to do the daily shopping and visit my friends.
Have you worked here long?
For the past 4 years, I came here when I was 18.
What's it like in Rittersberg?
It is very peaceful and quiet. I am sure you will find it like a vacation, yeah?
Somehow, I doubt this is going to be a vacation.
Ja, glaube ich auch nicht so wirklich.
Is it always this cold around here?
To tell you the truth, we never have snow in June here, Herr Knight. Even though we are in the Alps. The weather, it is not normal this year.
Could you just shoot me? This place is so quiet. Doesn't that bother you at all?
I love it here in Schloss Ritter. Even the silence feels like home to me.
Ich finde es auch toll, wenn in Spielen irgendwie Schlösser oder Herrenhäuser sind. Das ist irgendwie total atmosphärisch, finde ich.
So, what do you do when you...
Every
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
Ja, ich weiß nicht, ob sie damit was anfangen kann. Naja.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I have never left Germany, Herr Knight. Perhaps someday you will tell me about it.
Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers.
As Wolfgang may have told you, Schattenjäger means shadow hunter. The Ritter family have always been Schattenjägers. It is a kind of priesthood, though not as restrictive as most.
Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers.
Each Schattenjäger passes on his knowledge to a younger man in the Ritter line when the time is right.
Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers.
I am sure Wolfgang meant for you to take his place someday as Schattenjäger.
Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers.
I am sure Wolfgang meant...
Do you know anything about snakes?
We do have snakes here in Germany, but I do not know much about them.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Wolfgang is the only one who would know about that.
Tell me what... Do you know anything about black voodoo?
That is something Wolfgang would know about, Herr Knight.
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
What murders?
In New Orleans.
Oh, I have not heard of them. I am sorry.
Ja, war irgendwie klar.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I have never heard of such a day.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
That is something Wolfgang would know about, Herr Knight.
Do you have any idea what Cabri sans cœur means?
That is not in a language I understand. So sorry.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
That is something Wolfgang would know about, Herr Knight.
Ich frage sie voll die merkwürdigen Fragen, die Arme. Oh.
Do you know anything about a secret voodoo hound four?
That is something Wolfgang would know.
Do you know anything about Veves? Tell me something about yourself.
I was born in Rittersburg, the village below the castle.
Tell me something about yourself.
I'm not well traveled, but Wolfgang has been kind and has tutored me in many subjects. It was from him I learned to speak English. He must have sensed you were coming here at night and that you would have need of me.
Voll cool von ihm.
Tell me something about yourself.
I'm very devoted to my position here with Wolfgang.
Tell me something about yourself.
I love Rittersburg. No place on earth could be as beautiful.
Tell me something about yourself.
I was born in Rittersburg.
Tell me something about the Ritter family.
I can tell you what they say in the village, what I heard when I was small. To the villagers, the Ritters are a little, how do you say, tragic, to be pitied. They say that the Ritters were chosen by God to fight evil, but something happened. One of them was cursed, and so the Ritters lost the way. They struggle still, but like a lame dog, you see? Without the power or magic they once had.
Das Gunther, der diesen Fluch auf sie gebracht hat?
Tell me something about the Ritter family.
There are legends of how powerful the family once was, of some of their mighty deeds, of the richness of the castle, and in turn Rittersburg itself. But at the end of the 17th century that all changed. Since then, The Ritters and Rittersberg have been in decline.
Tell me something about the Ritter family.
It is a troubled family, Herr Knight. That much I know.
Tell me something about the Ritter family.
It is a troubled...
Tell me something about Schloss Ritter.
Schloss Ritter has stood for many centuries. No one knows how long. It was once the pride of Bavaria, but now it is in disrepair. Wolfgang received offers to open the castle for tourists. He has resisted, though, even though the castle is in desperate need of repairs. To him, this ground is sacred.
Tell me something about Schloss Ritter.
The castle has many, many rooms and passages, Herr Knight. Most have been closed off and are decaying in the dark and damp. Only a few rooms have been kept up due to the cost.
Didn't Wolfgang mention a library?
There is a library, but I've never been in it. There are places in the castle where only the master is allowed to go.
Tell me something about Schloss Ritter.
Schloss Ritter is the center from which the Schattenjägers have always gone out to battle the forces of evil.
Tell me something about Schloss Ritter.
Schloss Ritter is...
Tell me about Wolfgang.
What would you like to know?
Just tell me anything.
Wolfgang has dedicated his entire life to the role of Schattenjäger.
Just tell me anything.
He has not had a very happy life, but I have done my best to provide him with a little comfort.
Just tell me anything.
He thought he was the last of the Ritter line until he found out about you.
Just tell me anything.
He knows the history of the Ritter family from many centuries past.
Theoretisch muss Gabriel jetzt ganz viele Kinder zeugen, damit die hier die Linie weiterführen können.
Just tell me anything.
He's a good man, a strong man. I am fond of him.
Ach süß.
Just tell me anything.
Wolfgang has dedicated his...
What is Wolfgang like?
Wolfgang is a truly wise and good man, the best I have ever known, but his life has been so full of disappointments.
What kind of disappointments?
His only son died in infancy, so there was no one to carry on the family line, and the family's financial troubles have been hard on him. Wolfgang wanted to do so much for the world, but it was all he could do just to hold on to Schloss Ritter. He has not left his mark as he wished to.
What is your relationship with Wolfgang?
Herr Knight, my relationship with your uncle is really none of your business.
You're right, Gerda. I apologize. Forget I asked. Where do you think Wolfgang went?
I don't know, but I have a feeling he has gone off to go be Schattenjäger again. He is too old for such chasing around. His heart is very weak. He has not left this castle for 5 years, and now this.
Do you know when he'll be back?
I only pray he will be back. Before he left, he said Schloss Ritter now belongs to Gabriel. It worried me so to hear him say that. I'm afraid Wolfgang knew he would never return.
Can you show me Wolfgang's library?
How do you know about his library?
When we talked on the phone, he said he was going to do some research in his library. I thought maybe if I saw what he was researching...
Ah, yeah. A good idea, Herr Knight, but I'm afraid I cannot show you the library. You see, I have never been in it. Only a Schattenjäger can enter the library.
I see. Oh, nothing, never mind.
As you like, Herr Knight.
Okay, vielen Dank für das Gespräch. Oh, wow.
Perhaps it's an illusion caused by the colored lights from the window. But this chapel gives Gabriel a sense of something truly mystical. There are pews on both sides of the center aisles. 3 panels hang from each side of the chapel. Gabriel cannot determine what their purpose might be.
Hände und Wasser. Ein Schwert und Haare. Ein Kelch. Ein Kelch, ein Dolch und Blut. Ein Mann in Rüstung, der kniet. Und eine Schriftrolle.
Candelabrum flanked the altar. A plain wooden altar occupies the center of the chapel. A cushioned kneeler at the bottom indicates that the altar is a place of prayer. A plain 3 panels. A magnificent stained glass window depicts the legendary battle between St. George and the dragon. Gabriel does not have a reason to kneel at the altar right now. The stained glass window does not work that way.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
What can you tell me about those wall panels in the chapel?
The hangings? They describe the Schattenjäger initiation ceremony.
Tell me about the Schattenjäger initiation ceremony.
Each young man of the Ritter line must go through the ceremony when he dedicates himself to be a Schattenjäger.
But what does the ceremony do?
I do not know, Herr Knight. The only people present are the old Schattenjäger and the new. But I think it must be similar to a priest's ordination or a wedding, a ceremony of intent and oath.
You.
Is there a problem, Herr Knight?
You said wedding. I'm okay now.
Oh Mann.
Is there anything else you can tell me about that initiation ceremony?
I really do not know any more about it, Herr Knight.
Das ist aber gemütlich hier. Na, dann schaue ich mich erstmal um.
Wolfgang's bedroom would hold Gabriel's entire studio 4 times over. Not exactly cozy, but Gabriel could get used to it. Wolfgang's a Gothic-style window looks out over an incredible view. The door leads back to the grand hall stairs. Wolfgang's a large display case hangs on the wall. It contains a scroll. It's a chamber pot.
Take me back to the 20th century, please.
There's a small pair of grooming scissors on the cabinet. The cabinet holds a few items for personal grooming. At the foot of the bed is a small table. The rug looks like fur from some large animal, but what kind of animal, Gabriel could not say. It's the biggest bed Gabriel has ever seen. Wolfgang's bed. Either Wolfgang left very recently, or Gedde feels quite at home in this room herself.
Ich glaube ja eher das zweite.
The head of a lion stares at Gabriel from above the door. The portal says, Nur der Reinste darf passieren. Diesen Herz ist rein wie Glas. Diesen Seele rein wie Führer. Schreitet Hörner durch Portal.
Wenn die Deutsch reden. Naja, aber süß.
Near the bed is an elaborate wooden door. It's locked.
This scroll looks interesting.
The scroll from the display case is very old.
St. George, patron of the light, who hunts the shadows of the night. Upon my blood I call thee now, purify me, for I avow to set my feet upon thy road, thy sword I take up for mine own. St. George, upon to set
Gabriel takes the scissors. The cabinet itself doesn't interest Gabriel. There is nothing to open or close there. The hair clipping scissors are spotless. It looks like Wolfgang uses his scissors as infrequently as Gabriel uses his own. The chamber pot is old, but clean. Outside the window there's a nice thick ledge covered with snow, and it's only slightly off color, rather like Gabriel himself.
If I took the snow, it would just melt in my pocket.
Putting snow in the chamber pot would not do much good.
Ja, aber auf dem Banner war ja Wasser und Hände. Da kann ich doch den Schnee nehmen, oder nicht? Oder bin ich jetzt doof? Na gut, dann gucke ich erstmal woanders hin. Und auf dem anderen Banner war ja auch ein Messer zu sehen.
This dagger.
It is the knife of a Schattenjäger. You may take it, Herr Knight. Everything in this castle is yours now.
Is that a shaker of salt?
Ja, salt.
Mind if I take it?
No?
Thanks.
The Ritter dagger is solid, weighty, and highly polished. The dagger is unmarked. The shaker of salt is nearly full.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
There are some words over the locked door in Wolfgang's bedroom. What do they mean?
Ah, yes. Wolfgang had me translated as part of my English lessons. In English it means, only the purest here may pass. He whose heart is pure as glass, he whose soul is pure as fire, through this portal passes higher.
Great. Thanks.
Ja, dann muss das ja irgendwie gehen mit dem Schnee. Oder ich muss irgendwo anders Wasser herkriegen.
If I took the snow, it would just melt in my pocket.
Putting snow in the chamber pot would not do much. Thinking of the first chapel panel, Gabriel washes his hands in the snow.
Okay, dann versuchen wir das Ganze mal. Ach so, da sind ja noch irgendwas mit den Haaren. Ah, dann muss ich nochmal zurück. Und Gabriel hübsch machen. Verzeihung. Ich wusste nicht mehr genau, was auf diesen Bannern drauf ist.
Thinking of the second chapel panel, Gabriel cuts his hair.
I hate this. There, that's plenty.
So, wir haben die Hände gewaschen, wir haben das Haar geschnitten, also sind wir jetzt rein. Dann muss ich jetzt ein Gefäß benutzen und irgendwo raufstellen.
Thinking of the third panel, Gabriel puts the chamber pot on the altar.
Aber da ist irgendwie auch noch Meer, ein Meer im Hintergrund. Und irgendwie habe ich hier Salz eingesammelt.
This is the last.
Keine Ahnung, ich versuche es einfach mal.
Thinking of the third panel, Gabriel pours the contents of the salt shaker into the chamber pot.
Damit simulieren wir das Salzwasser. Gut. Oder das Salz der Küste. Und jetzt.
Thinking of the fourth panel, Gabriel holds his arm over the chamber pot and nicks it with the dagger.
Oops, nearly hit an artery.
Jetzt muss Gabriel sich hinknien.
Thinking of the fifth panel, Gabriel kneels at the altar.
Und dann die Schriftrolle.
Thinking of the sixth panel, Gabriel reads the scroll.
St. George, patron of the light, who hunts the shadows of the night, upon my blood I call thee now. Purify me, for I avow to set my feet upon thy road. Thy sword I take up for mine own.
It worked. Something's happening.
Excuse me, I was just vacuuming. I did not know you were in here.
Oh, that's all right. I've done about all I can do in here anyway. I give up.
You look tired, Herr Knight. Why don't you go to bed?
Sure, why not?
I will clean everything up. You need not worry.
I can't believe I cut my hair for nothing.
Your soul smells, Gabriel Knight. You seek to be Schattenjäger.
I do.
You must first burn away the past. How much sin do you have to burn? You have used people all your life, never committed to anything. Turn back now, and I will forget that you asked for this.
No!
There are only two things that redeem you. First, that you have Ritter blood in your veins. Second, that 3 women have loved you purely. You asked to start on the path, so you shall. But you will not be a Schattenjäger until you have earned it.
How?
I cannot show you the path, but I can tell you that you will have to let go of the greater part of yourself, Gabriel Knight.
No problem.
Yes. Now you asked for purification. You shall have it.
Oh, no! What a night. I'm sore all over.
Oh, da liegt ein Schlüssel. Das scheint mir so, dass es nicht nur ein Traum war. Aber ich finde es ja erstaunlich, also der Kampf zwischen St. Georg und dem Drachen, das wirkt ja so, als hätte die Familie Ritter von diesem Drachen ihre Fähigkeiten und ihre Kräfte. Das heißt, die arbeiten ja irgendwie mit dem zusammen, aber haben dann die Aufgabe, übernatürliche Kreaturen zu erschlagen, obwohl der Drache ja auch eine ist. Das ist ein bisschen, na gut.
I don't believe it. It's the key from my dream.
The large brass key is ornately shaped and must weigh a pound at least. There's nothing written on the key.
It fits.
Wir sind in der Bibliothek von Wolfgang.
Just by glancing at the spines, Gabriel can tell that this is one of the most priceless private collections he's ever seen. Talk about a bibliophile's Shangri-La. 2 tall, narrow windows provide daylight to the dank room. An ancient shield hangs on the wall. A heavy wooden table occupies the center of the library. Benches accompany the library table. More colorful tapestries soften the stone walls here. These texts are in German. You really have to learn the language now. These texts are in German. There are books on sociology in this part of the library. Gabriel peruses the titles with interest, but nothing jumps out at him. These shelves display books on geography. A title catches Gabriel's eye. People's Republic of Benin by Lowell Cali. Gabriel pulls out the book entitled People's Republic of Benin and scans through it. The People's Republic of Benin is an area of rich and diverse cultures and a proud heritage. Before slaving devastated many tribes, this area was populated by some of the oddest, fiercest, and most powerful tribes in tribal Africa, the Fans, the Dahomis, and the terrible Agris. The book, The Primal Ones, by John Roots, provides insight into these fascinating cultures. This part of the library contains books on the occult, necromancy, witchcraft, demonology, lycanthropes. Research material any good Schattenjäger needs, Gabriel supposes.
Ach, ich merke gerade erst, dass ich jedes einzelne Regal hier angucken kann. Na, na gut.
There are books on sociology in this part of the library. Gabriel recognizes a title, The Primal Ones, by John Roots. There are books on Gabriel. These shelves contains books on archaeology. Gabriel peruses the titles.
Das entscheide ich.
The bookshelves do not operate. Gabriel wouldn't know where to start reading the archaeology books.
Na gut.
These shelves contains. Gabriel peruses this part of research material. Handsome, isn't he? These shelves display books on geography. A title catches Gabriel's eye. People. These shelves. The bookshelves. Gabriel takes down The Primal Ones and opens it. In contrast with the peaceful nomadic tribes of northern Africa, certain tribes of the southwest were vicious and xenophobic. This part of Africa is called the Red Basin area because of the vast amount of bloodshed that's occurred there over the centuries. In this one area of Africa existed in a perpetual state of war and raiding, some of the most powerful and efficient fighters the world has ever seen. Why did this region inspire such violent behavior? To understand, one must look even further back. See Ancient Roots of Africa by Early Days.
Early Days. Okay.
These shelves contain books on religions of all kinds. Gabriel peruses the titles with interest, but nothing jumps out at him. These shelves contain science books. Gabriel looks at the titles curiously, but they're all a bit too technical for his taste. These shelves contain history books. Gabriel recognizes a title, Ancient Roots of Africa by Early Days. These shelves contain books and documents about the Ritter family, journals, diaries, record books, deeds, something to peruse extensively when Gabriel has more time.
ich will aber jetzt drin wühlen.
Gabriel removes ancient roots of Africa and browses through it. The ferocity of the tribes in the Red Basin region is traceable to their predecessors. In Egyptian time, 4000 to 2000 BC, this region was ruled by powerful sun worshippers. We know a little about this mysterious cult by the remnants of ruins far older and of a culture far more advanced than any that exists in Africa today. See Sun Worshippers by A. Curate.
Accurate.
This part of the library contains books on the occult, necromancy, research material. There are Gabriel recognized. These shelves These shelves are titled. These shelves contain a title catches Gabriel's eye. Sun Worshippers by A. Curate. Gabriel takes down Sun Worshippers and scans it. One of the earliest religious practices was that of sun worship. The most powerful cults of sun worshippers lived on the continent of Africa. The African sun god was violent and terrible, and so became his worshippers. They practiced a particularly bloody form of ritual sacrifice. The homeland of this ancient cult is still considered a sacred site of power. See Ancient Digs of Africa by Professor Seymour Shards. These shelves contains books on archaeology. Gabriel recognizes the title, Ancient Digs of Africa, by Professor Seymour Shards. Gabriel takes Ancient Digs of Africa and opens it. The most fascinating archaeological site in Africa is the Great Snake Mound in the People's Republic of Benin, located 50 miles south of the capital in the Red Basin. Like the snake mounds of North America, the origin and meaning of these great mounds remains a mystery, though clearly they were the results of profound and urgent spiritual belief. Unlike other snake mounds, the African example is a double snake mound, a small snake ring within a larger snake ring. The mound is thought to have housed an ancient temple. Although archaeologists have explored the mound site, the interior remains largely unchanged from ancient times. This is partially due to stringent government regulations and partially to local superstitions. The local people regard the mound with fear and will not go near it.
A double snake ring?
Gabriel flips furiously looking for a picture.
Oh my God! It's a wheel within a wheel!
Gabriel decides to hang on to the snake mound book. There are books Gabriel doesn't see any other books of this part. Research. These shelves are titled. These shelves. Gabriel looks at the titles. These shelves. Gabriel. These shelves journal something. These texts. Ancient Digs of Africa by Professor Seymour Shards.
Okay, ich werde erstmal rausgehen. Ich glaube, hier finde ich erstmal nichts.
Guten Morgen, Herr Knight. I'm cooking your Frühstück, a good German breakfast. Please, feel at home.
Vielen Dank, Gerde, aber ich würde ganz gern noch mal ein bisschen quatschen.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
You wouldn't know anything about this key I found in Wolfgang's bedroom now, would you?
Key? Why, no, Herr Knight, I cannot say that I do.
Dann war sie es wohl nicht.
I found this book in the library. I think it might tell us where Wolfgang went.
Africa? You think Wolfgang went to Africa?
I know he did.
Then I shall make you a plane trip right now, yeah?
Well, I guess so.
Good, good. My poor Wolfgang. You have money for the plane, yeah?
I know. We can use this credit card.
Terrific! I will go make the call. Then, while we wait, breakfast.
Does that mean I get some coffee now?
Neunter Tag.
Wheel within a wheel.
You want I stay here, right? It's a long walk back to the city.
Yeah, sure. Wait here, please. Maybe a while, though.
No problem. I could use a nap.
Aber wie es weitergeht, das seht ihr erst in der nächsten Folge. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschö.